like this.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm excited to be back here again. This is Divorce Proof Club, and we just had a high energy Divorce Proof Club. I'm going to let Orlando and Milah tell you more about it. My name is Kenya K. Stevens, and of course, I'm the world's best love coach. I stop divorces and I support couples in having forever relationships. And I also turn couples into communities if they so choose. So Orlando and Milah, I want to find out how your session was tonight. I know last week y'all vented. Tonight, what did y'all vent about? Give me the rundown. Let me before you do that, I want to just say that Orlando and Milah have their own podcast. I want them to tell us about that real quick before they tell us about the club.
Yes, our podcast is called Love Like This. It's about the before, during, and after of falling in love. My beautiful Milah right here is a certified tantric sexologist.
Practitioner and sexologist.
And sexologist. And she has learned a lot of tools that has helped us in our relationship. One of the things that I've said is that it doesn't help us. The tools aren't supposed to stop us from arguing, but it makes the arguments a lot shorter. And it's very helpful. And we are basically moving through this world and through relationship with just our bare hands, no tools or things to help us out. So we wanted to start a podcast, so we call it our Love Cast, where it's partially our love journal and also partially just talking about our adventures, vacations, and experiences so that people can hear us, understand what we're going through, relate to it, and then also hear how we overcome and go about things in hopes that it can help them as well.
It's basically documenting us designing our relationship and seeking, other couples and other communities to see what's working for them. Neither of us have a blueprint to long-term relationships. We've both come through from tumultuous parentships that we've witnessed, and just the exploration of figuring out how the fuck you make this shit work, and and making it passionate and loving and honest and real always. And so it's just a community investigation on designing your own love.
Yeah. Good. And the name of the podcast one more time
is Love Like This.
Love Like This. You never knew love like this before. Love it. That's what will make everybody
evermore.
I really enjoy being on y'all's podcast. So now Jamila and Orlando are inside of my container, and it is a tight container. Y'all tell them about that homework. Tell them about what y'all have to do on a weekly basis. Do you feel accountable in my club?
Definitely have to be accountable. It's not a club you come to and half-ass. No. But it's also been really, I've really been enjoying it. There's other couples in it. We're actually the first and the only couple that is pre-marital. We decided to do this course pre-marital. We just got engaged. So kind of stepping in, gaining the tools versus waiting till there's a big emergency or a blow up, or we're 10 or 20 years in to be like, what the fuck? So this has been it's an interesting perspective to be the first couple that's in the beginning stages of the relationship. It's also been like super insightful and helpful for us. And yeah, I really have been enjoying it and learning how to connect to each other as humans, argue with each other as humans from like a love space and not a space of defense or with barriers up.
Yes. So one of the things that they said is that we organize the arguments. The arguments are unavoidable. The problem is the chaos. Okay. Mm-hmm. The chaos of back and forth and slamming doors and running out and, sometimes fights and sometimes, so what we do with the up-level communication system, and you guys are going to show us some of your up-level skills tonight, but what we do with this up-level system is we teach the couples how to have a discussion that would have been an argument. And it's more like, what would you call it, Orlando? It would have been an argument, but now it's...
Oh, it would have been an argument, but now it's I don't know, a sensual energy resolution path.
Yes, it's a sensual, energetic resolution path. Mm-hmm. I am going to use that. Can I have that copyright? Yes.
10%.
I call up level the tantra of communication.
Mhm, mhm.
Tantra of
I
communication.
can
So
agree with that too. Yeah.
that was good. I loved it. So look, today what I wanted you all to do is let us know. First of all, do you have any events that you want to do? Because we can go ahead and take your event, show everybody how we have that tantric communication.
We didn't have any events really per se, but we did have something that I guess annoyed me more so. Maybe it annoyed both of us. But I realized so one thing I
You
actually
did
realized,
vent.
oh, we know we did vent. But before the vent, I was saying that it's hard to sometimes vent because it's easier to portray the emotion when I'm in like in it. But when it's just like, oh, well, speak about it now, if I don't feel the exact same way, then it's hard for me to like portray how I actually feel, and it just feels like I'm just nonchalantly just like mentioning like what's happening. But I realized today that like when speaking about it, the emotions start to stir up and come out, and it's good because then it's still sitting there even though it's not at the forefront.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say starting to the simulation, practicing this, having the homework of practicing it every day. I mean, obviously we're not fighting every day, so there's not generally a big issue, but finding ways to dissect the conversation, even when the issues are very small, I realize are powerful because what happens usually is you bypass it because it's not big enough, it's not quite an argument. So you're annoyed about it, you did some shit that got on my nerves, but that's whatever, let's just keep moving, which obviously is fine, but it will still live somewhere, even though it's not been addressed. So by
Yes.
practicing the conversation, even for things that are maybe a 0, a 3 is
Yeah.
not a 10, but it still is getting me and getting us into the habit of big or small. Let's like it's fun to dig into it versus not.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I find that, we have learned so much to just take the feeling in the moment, if we're upset or angry, and just try to put it somewhere, like you're saying, just stuff it down, because we haven't had a space to share the emotion. And especially right in the moment, like you be working, busy with kids, da, 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 and so you just put it away. Our system hopefully supports you all in the moment. Next time, tomorrow, that you're in the moment, say, wait a minute, I feel triggered. I need to vent right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, Orlando, that you could do that?
Yeah, I could do that. And actually with this system before, it was harder to do it because I felt I would be too explosive
Or you don't want to start an argument.
and I don't want to start an argument or like, yeah, I don't want to start anything. If the day is going fine, then we start an argument, the day is ruined. If the day is ruined and we're beefing, then it's going to get even worse. So it's like, I was looking at it as there's no positive outcome to this.
Yes. Now, the positive outcome to this is that when my clients vent, they might start at a level 10, and
Mhm.
your partner is measuring with each soothing that you're going to get down and move towards a goal. I think men like that. Do men like that, Orlando?
Actually, so that was the other thing that I noticed today. Before, I wasn't really focused like it being goal orientated. But when you said that not necessarily the goal, but the point of it all is just to make the person feel better. And
There's
I
not
didn't
any
necessarily,
resolution.
yeah, I didn't really, the resolution wasn't like a necessity, but it did help to like understand like the point of it all. Like,
Yeah.
okay, if I can I don't need to solve her problems right now or solve the problems in the relationship right now. But if we can get to a point where we feel better, which is the point of it, is just to like feel better, then the resolution can come about much easier than if we're in like a shaky place. That's what I realized.
Yes, that's so good for those who are watching who may not understand. Because see, we on a deeper level, right? We're talking subterranean emotional control and power and emotional intelligence. That's what I teach. So what he's saying is that typically when you are having these back and forth with your partner, you're trying to get to a resolution, a solution. Like, what are we going to do about this? And what we learned today is that your ego has no solutions. Up level says your ego is never going to have the solution. What we're trying to do with your ego is what, Jamila? What are
Tame
we?
it, listen to it, hear it, in soothe it,
Yes.
integrate it into our full selves versus not recognizing it, ignoring it, not hearing anything that it
Avoiding.
says,
Mhm.
avoiding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And usually when partners argue, it's ego to ego. They're
Mm.
just arguing ego to ego. So not only do they not have solutions, but they're not even holding each other's ego. Can y'all show us what it looks like? Do a dance number right now of what it looks like to hold each other ego. Look at those babies. Yes, hold that ego. We love that animal. We love that ego. There's nothing wrong with you. So they may have just had an ego thing. They may have just vented and they can hold each other. Today
Yeah.
I did a vent to my husband. What did y'all think of that? I vented to my husband because I feel like I want to sleep in his room more. And usually, did y'all think we about to start fighting when we had that? I mean, how did you process the fact that we could have a conversation like that?
Um, Me and Orlando have been watching, we watched the whole season of Seeking Brother Husbands. And literally we just finished it like 2 days ago. So I did have questions about your feelings in that realm. And so it was I knew it was genuine and it was real. And it also felt like a lot of times you go into containers with teachers who are teaching it but not walking in it. It made me know that, I mean, this week and last week, that you're truly vulnerable, even with us, even with the classmates you don't know super well. We're come from a background of like, we keep our business our business. You're not going to be embarrassing me in these streets type shit. But it made me understand how important it is to have vulnerability in general with your community, even in a relationship sense, just to be able to learn from other people and take and be like, oh, okay, this is not, yes, I can empathize with that. I understood what you meant, and seeing him not taking it super personally, but just, giving you what you wanted, and you being able to be that vulnerable in front of all of the students and the people watching was refreshing. And also it lets you know that even when things that's something that generally that could go very wrong. When I thought about it, I thought about my own parents and if they would have had up level, and and just how, when you're not taught to tame your animal, how fucking toxic it can be, and how people lose years and years and years and years and years of their lives and their relationships, allowing the animal to rule their entire existence.
Wow, you said a word. Hallelujah. I couldn't believe that when I got married, that wasn't automatic. I mean, I would spend nights and nights and nights sleeping downstairs on the floor because I just felt unheard, or just days and days and weeks inside of the same argument, the same discussion. I couldn't believe that this was marriage. I couldn't believe. I said, what is this? This is shit. It's not marriage. It
Yeah.
was terrible. Have you been in a relationship like that before, Orlando? A
Mhm.
relationship where you think up level could have helped? Both of y'all.
I don't, I think, well, I've been in relationships where I think up level could have helped. I don't think it could have like kept the relationship going. But it could have kept the relations between me and the other person like peaceful and positive. Like I could see how we could be in a space where me and somebody from the past, we could have been in a space where we're at a more positive level and we're speaking, and then we can see that we're just not compatible and we don't need to continue like a romantic relationship, instead of things getting heated and very like just heated and high energy, and then just like ending on a really bad note.
Yes, absolutely. What about you, Mila?
I would say no, just because it also requires that the people that are entering into the up level have a understanding of just the importance of emotional awareness, like emotional maturity. And I haven't been in relationships with men that way. Even back to what you said about the other husbands you have, you don't even lay with anyone if we're not even speaking the same language on step one. There's no way we can even get to step 10. I've been in so many relationships that are not safe. We're not speaking the same language because you just refuse to see me as a human. And so no, it wouldn't have been beneficial there. But with someone who desires growth and it has emotional maturity, it does, it changes the game.
Yeah. I told them on the class today, I was like, I'm not having sex with anybody who doesn't have creed and constitution. That's just the foundation. Then building up level on top of that, and you all haven't even got to battery, and then y'all haven't got to 9 expressions of love. I have 80 tools that I've written. My ancestors give me these tools. And
Mhm.
so when I write them and then they're added to my liturgy, that means the men around me have to level up. I remember teaching my husband up level because the ancestors gave it to me. And I remember at first he was like, no. So I'm not sure if what y'all are saying is absolutely completely accurate. I think people who don't have emotional intelligence don't know how to get it.
Yeah.
Mm.
They don't know how to get it. I think anyone can have it.
I think men sometimes choose not to get it because it's like a white person acknowledging racism. You would then not benefit. You're not benefiting from the system anymore. So of course you're like, I can't see, I can't hear. I'm Stevie Wonder because you're benefiting from the patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're right, but they would want to not be blind and deaf.
Okay, so then I'm gonna put y'all to the test tonight because it sounds like the two of y'all don't have vents tonight. You all have been working on your relationship. We dealt with the broken
Well,
arm. Oh, you do have one.
well, no, we had an event, which so the reason why I say well is because we had an event that I didn't think was like that big of a deal, but it actually went down a road. And we were talking about how I was coming from work. I had to go pick up our daughter Luna, and then I had to I
Oh,
asked,
wait, is this the vent set container?
oh well, all right, we could I guess we could replay it again because we did it during the class today. So
Well, do you still feel up about it?
no, I don't feel up about it. I was just I was noting that there was something that I realized because we went through the vent. So we set the container. I was at about a level 5, and my vent was that I asked Mila if she can walk basically like a 5-minute walk 2 blocks down to go to what's the place?
Raising
Raising
Cane's.
Cane's to get us some food because I'll be coming from work. Then I have to go pick up our daughter, and then I'll come home. And what I was asking her was, can she go get it? And she was
I feel like
basically,
now it's my vent because now I'm annoyed, re-annoyed.
let me tell you what I was getting at. That I asked her if she can get some food, and she said, "Well, I have the car. It's easier for if I went through the driveway and got the food,
Drive through.
the drive-through." So what I was saying to her during the event was it was really frustrating because I'm doing other things too. I'm picking up our daughter, and I have tasks to do when I'm just asking you to do one task, that I have multiple tasks to do. And basically, at the end of it, when she countervented, and she was saying, you know, she's used to being a single mom, and that she is used to like doing everything from start
No,
to
if
finish.
you're gonna do the task, just do the whole
Yeah,
task.
do the whole task.
Don't then ask me to walk a block to get food when all you have to do is stop by the drive-through on your way home.
Well, y'all are venting outside of container, both
Okay.
of you.
Well, yeah, I'm just
Both
trying
of
to,
you. No,
but
you're not
No,
just
gotta do
saying.
it in a container.
No. You guys are venting outside of container. That's not going to fly here. So who wants to vent first?
all right, I'll do. I want to do a counter event. We didn't have time, so I'll start with that. I'll do that
Just
right
do
now.
the vent. Start from the beginning. Say what you said
May,
earlier.
may I vent?
Sure.
May I vent?
Yes, you may vent. I have time and space and opportunity.
You haven't
I'm
done anything wrong. This is my this is my ego speaking.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm at a level 2. And I just wanted to let you know because in your kind of event, you made a statement saying that when you're a single mom, you would do things from start to finish. And within the event, I also expressed to you that it's not about doing things from start to finish. I was looking at it as just the us helping each other out. And I wanted to let you know that you aren't a single mom anymore. You aren't in a space where things have to be done from start to finish or fully completed, or one person has to do one whole thing and the other person has to do their whole thing. I truly and honestly believe that we are now in a space where we both lean on each other, me, you, and our daughter. So I think that you being in the space and mindset of a single mom doesn't really actually match up or actually help our situation that we're in right now because you're taking a single mom mentality in a space where you're an engaged woman with a family. And so I think within this the events today and you making that statement, it took me back to just a bunch of times of me speaking to you or asking something of you, and I can see how your mentality is that of with what you said, a single mom, and how it can, I think it can be detrimental to our relationship because you're processing or moving within the space of a relationship that you're no longer in, or a space that you're no longer in your life. And I'm looking at it as we are operating in a space of being in a relationship as two people that can count on each other, lean on each other, and depending on each other, and come to the success of a goal together. And I think that if you look at it in a space of being a single mom, it feels one, like I'm being not considered and only your point of view is considered. And two, that you're not realizing the entirety of our relationship and you're stuck within the past. I've completed my venture.
Okay, how can I support you?
Thank
How can
you.
I soothe you?
Thank
Thank,
you for sharing.
thank you for sharing. How can I soothe you?
Can you do a repeat of what I've said to just summarize? Can you summarize what I've said to you?
Sure. That you would like for me to not live in this reality of my past situation, which was me doing everything myself. And you would like me to be more of a team player when you ask me to assist you in whatever it is, even if it's 10% of the job, and maybe not very convenient. You would like me to be more open and enthusiastic when you're doing so much to help already, to just go the extra mile of completing the task if you so request.
Tell
That
her
was
thank you. Tell her thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. I am now down.
Ask him, does that support you at all?
Does that support you at all?
Yes, it does support me. It has brought me down to about a one.
Okay,
Thank
what
you. Now,
thank
wait
you.
a minute.
Oh,
Let's try that again because you guys got to get these little micro steps.
Mhm.
So when you finish your vent and she said, thank you for sharing, you asked for your soothing. Now you finished, she's finished her soothing. Tell her, thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
is there anything I could do to bring you down to a zero? How can I soothe you?
I am currently down to a one, but I think a open-ended question of you asking an open-ended question would be very helpful in this moment.
I don't really understand the open-ended questions.
Open-ended questions are open-ended. So an open-ended question is not a yes or no. That's closed-ended. Open-ended question, ask about how somebody feels about this, what they think about this, what are their, you want to know, you're curious about what he said, so you want to know more.
Um, do you feel like if I would be more enthusiastic and agreeable when you ask me for help, that it
Yes.
That's a yes or no.
I know, I don't there's only kind I know.
How do you
You
feel?
want to know how he feels or what he.
How I feel. I know you don't really like to know how men feel.
How do you feel?
How does it make you feel when I don't?
How does it make you feel when I don't do the 10% that you asked of me?
Um, it it doesn't make me I guess it makes me feel unappreciated that you can't realize your focus is only on the 10% and not the 90% that I've done. It's more so about like what haven't you done instead of realizing what I have done and saying like maybe for the last 10% I just need a little help. Like I'm climbing up a mountain and I made it like 90% of the way, and for like the last 10% I just need you to hold out your hand and like help me up that like last cliff. Like I've done a lot during the day and I'm not making excuses for not being able to make up the other 10%. And I'm not even making excuses for you being a super mom. I think it was beautiful and it was amazing that you were able to climb Mount Everest all by yourself, like from bottom to top. I think it was wonderful. I just don't think that you have to keep climbing mountains. And then you don't have to keep climbing mountains by yourself. You don't have to put yourself in a space of when things were hard and you had to push through. I believe that you're in a much different relationship now, and you can go about it or find out how we can go about it that is best for our current relationship. And I'm of the mindset, and I'm not saying that your mindset is wrong. I'm not saying that you thinking that somebody should complete a task from like start to finish. That's a very good mindset to have. I just think that I'm of the mindset of thinking about how we are of as one, and I can lean on you and you can lean on me, and you're the mindset of like I can just go about things and get things done by myself. You go about things, get things done by yourself, and that's what helps like the entirety and the whole of the relationship. And so I don't think it's a right or wrong thing. I just think that we have our mindset about how we go about tasks or completing something or goals within our relationship is just different.
Thank you for sharing. Can I share something?
No,
No.
thank you for sharing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. He's the venting person. He
Okay.
has support. You're supporting him. So tell him thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. Where are you at now?
Ask him, does that support you at all to get that out?
Does that support you at all to get that out?
Yes, that actually does support me a lot. It was very helpful that I can just express.
No. These are closed-ended questions.
Oh,
Does that
sorry.
support you at all? Yes or no?
Yes, that does help me a lot. I am now down to a 0.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You all are getting it. We're not going to add a lot of side conversation in between those stops because that's going to turn into a circular argument, and it's his floor. When the venting person's on the floor, all attention goes to them. It's nothing about you, your opinion, nor your interjections, nor your anything, unless he asks you an open-ended question. All right. So, do you have a counter vent, Miss Jamila?
I do. Can I vent?
No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Yes, you can, Ben. Yes.
Set up your container.
I no, it's nobody's fault.
No. Okay.
I'm not mad at you.
Mhm.
This is my ego speaking. I'm at a 3.
Mhm.
Um, I I can't understand for the life of me. I know we had a long night. I know you did a lot, but why would you ask a woman to walk anywhere in 80-degree weather and it's just a 15-minute ad on your shop. I just can't phantom why you would ask just little old me to walk on foot to the corner to get fast food. And also in this event, I realized that in addition to me being a single mom and getting shit done in completion for a long time, growing up, I heard a lot, don't half-ass it. Why are you half-assing it? Don't half-ass it. And so I realized this is also stemming from a need to complete things, to feel seen, to feel um, like appreciated. And I recognize that it's stemming from there.
You completed your event.
Yes.
Thank you for venting and sharing that. Is there anything that I can do to help soothe you in this moment?
Um, can you give me a simulation?
A simulation. Okay.
Ask her what would you like me to simulate?
What would you like me to simulate, my love?
I'd like you to say, you're right. I know it's so hot. You're such a little lady. I don't want you to have to walk anywhere.
You are 100% right. I get it now. How could I ever ask a beautiful queen royal princess like yourself to take such a mundane task of peasantry? That's just fucking crazy. What kind of grown man would not take it upon himself to go hunt and gather and produce meal for you and our child? What kind of
All right. Now she said she wanted you to simulate saying that she's such a lady and how
you
so
are
don't just give her what she needs. You're good, but go ahead.
you I'm setting a bad precedent for our daughter, and you are a queen and to be shown as such, and a beautiful woman, and you've been a strong single mom long enough, and now you need to be treated.
Okay. Now wait a minute. She asked, when you hear a simulation, she
Mhm.
gonna tell you what she wants you to say. You're gonna say that. You've done well. Just that's it. That's it.
Okay.
Tell him thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Ask her, does that support you at all?
That supports you at all?
Yes, I'm now at a 0. Can I have a kiss though?
Yes, you can.
Oh, oh, that was great. So tell me, how does it feel coming from like that 5 to that 0?
You know, that simulation, that the theatrics of that simulation actually really helps. I was actually
Really?
wondering like if it can even like be productive, but like just the theatrics and just it kind of makes me puts me in the space of like realizing how minute like the shit is. Like when we do the simulation and it also kind of makes me understand like where she's coming from. Like I just want you to like feel like this towards me, and
Yeah.
my whole thing is always never to be in like the guessing mode of like where
Yeah.
you stand, where your emotions are. So
Yeah.
it's helpful in that type of way.
And for you, Jamila, how did the simulation feel? Even though you know it's not real, but he said it, he's willing to soothe your animal in that way.
I liked that today you said the simulation, it is theatrical. You are soothing someone by any means necessary. It doesn't necessarily mean it's real. And honestly, him saying it back to me made me believe that he kind of understood what the fuck I was talking about. Whether he really believed it or not, it made me feel better.
Right. That's what an apology is. It's just a simulation because the person may or may not be sorry. But if they say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," that's why I always ask for apologies in simulations. Like, it's not about whether it's real. It's about that they're willing to do it. Have you ever seen a little baby like, "Mommy, look at my drawing," and you might be like, "Oh, think it's ugly," but be like, "Oh, it's so nice, girl. You're great." I'm
Right.
soothing an ego. That's soothing the ego.
We're still those kids like, Mom.
We are all those kids.
Yeah.
We always have that. That is what the ego is a child, you
Hmm.
know? And so being able to soothe that, I'm so glad you all have that part. Woo! Do that. You'll just save days and weeks and for the stuff to build up and explode and just soothe each other every day.
Yeah.
It's the same as sex.
Yeah, yeah.
It's better to me. Like I need that and sex, like give me both. I
Mhm.
don't want just one.
True.
Double
Yeah.
down.
Look, I really appreciate you all coming on here like this. You're so brave to come in front of my YouTube and just be you, be how you are, and show us your process. We're going to get deeper next week because we got more events coming. But you
Yeah.
all do your homework and we'll see you again next week. Is there anything you want to say before we go? Did you enjoy the class tonight?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's starting to like I guess in the simplest way of saying make more and more sense. And I'm starting to see how it's even applicable on a wider range. I could understand it before, but now like all the things are starting to like click in my head of like how different ways to use it. And I know we're very like, jokey and stuff like that, but we do take this like very seriously, and we do the jokey part is really just finding the joy in like the
Having differences.
resolution
Yeah.
and all of these things. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
One thing I'll ask you, Jamila, because you speak very you're outspoken. One thing that I have a vent about, yeah, this is a vent. Can y'all hold space for a minute? It'll
Yes.
Yes.
take 30 seconds. Nobody's doing anything wrong. This is just my little sad baby ego crying. I'm at a level 3. But I really feel bad because a lot of people miss out on my classes because I'm polyamorous
Mm.
and
Mm.
they think like I can't go to what she's doing because she's poly. We gonna end up poly, we gonna and I that makes me like right now when I say it, my heart is just
Yeah.
crushed. It's like if they only knew that this is not, I don't teach poly.
Mm.
I teach human relationships and I'm the best in the world at it. And I just feel like I've been doing it for 18 years. And to just, you see what I'm saying? Have that class with 7 people. I want 70 people in there, 70 couples. And so I get a little sad about that. That's my vent.
Mm.
How can we soothe you, Kenya?
Um, could you simulate doing an announcement for the whole world about like how this is not even, you never even talked about poly in the class, like this is, and why they would want to do this?
As two non-poly monogamous couple in this class, I honestly highly recommend this for any couple, whether you're poly, whether you're strictly monogamous. It's such a joy to get to experience communication on this level without the ego, without the barriers up, to see your partner as a human. And honestly, it brings me so much joy to see 8, 5, 7 other Black people taking the time to invest in shifting their understanding and shifting the programming. And the fact that you created this for your relationship and used it in real time and saw it through to know that it worked, and made Carl get on board and wrote the book and offered it to others is an amazing offering. I'm so grateful for you and for your bravery and for the ancestors for gifting you with this, but even more for you taking the message and spreading it. And I know that there'll be tens and thousands of people seeking this system of communication because we don't have a choice. In order to preserve our relationships, our love, our humanity, this is the only way. If you invest in reprogramming the how you communicate with the people you love.
Thank you. That's so supportive. I'm down to a 1. Can you give me some empathy, Orlando, about being misclassified and being feared when you're just like not even scary?
I can I can understand where you're coming from. I've had moments in my own past where I've been misunderstood, under the realm of like being misclassified. And it's all truly and honestly what I've realized come down to miscommunication, of how we've missed each other. You see how I did that? But it was really, I could really understand where you're coming from with how you're feeling, and I truly empathize for you because I've been in the same boat as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
does
Yeah.
that help you?
That's very helpful. I feel down to a 0.5. Could one of y'all ask me an open-ended question about what my event was? I'm
Oh.
just testing. I'm testing Jamila because she's working on her open-ended questions. You
um,
know?
Go for it. I'll help you out.
I'm trying. Um,
You call a friend if you want help with the question.
Actually, just say it out loud and I'll help you
I'm
with it.
trying to think. Do you recognize that? No, it's probably yes or no too.
That's this is good. The open-ended questions help us to really start to think about what we want to know about what the person said. Like, tell me
Mm-mm.
more about this part, or what did you feel about this? Yeah.
Has there ever been a time outside of this communication systems that you felt misunderstood and an outsider based on being unique and different and maybe having a different understanding of self?
What are your feelings on being misunderstood from an outsider and having different feelings on yourself?
Oh, I love those. That's the same. That's good. You
The
guys
first one
really,
was the first one was a
Yeah.
yes or no. I switched it over to make it like open ended for you.
y'all worked together on that. That was great. Yeah, I felt it before. I felt it before. What I feel about it, I think I've felt it before in childhood. Just I was always the girl who was the teacher in his class. It's time for class, everybody. Come in, everybody get your books. I made them lessons, and they would be like, woo, balling up paper thrown at me like. So I think it's just like a deeper wound of feeling misunderstood in what I really am, which is a consummate teacher. And I love that whole energy of sharing information and having epiphanies. And but from childhood I have had that sort of feeling that it wouldn't be embraced. So I think poly or not, I will be experiencing this, and it's just something I'm working on. Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you
sharing.
for sharing. Um,
Absolutely.
is this helpful? Has
This
our
has been helpful. This has been so helpful. And I did it on YouTube. I'm down to a 0.
yeah.
And I thank y'all. We got to wrap it up because it's 10. And believe it or not, I have clients in Singapore right now. So I got to actually
Oh,
go.
wow.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Thank you. I like your hair. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
La, 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 like this.